Hey y'all, it's your girl KV back with another Martha's Vineyard Summer House review. Um yeah, let's get it cracking. Season 2, episode 4, Under Pressure. So this episode starts off where the last one left off. They pulling back up to the house from being out that night, and Jordan is trying to talk to Summer, and Summer is just kind of like, ugh, she's kind of over it. She not really trying to engage. I am disengaging in my Meredith voice. Summer is losing it at this point. She is mad. She is totally pissed off that she feels like, and it's pretty evident, that she is not allowed to have a blow up. Like, she can't get mad without them looking at her. Because as you recall in the previous episode, she said to Preston, like, was I wrong? And Preston was like, I mean, you did kind of get a little loud and you did get an attitude. She was like, and Jordan didn't. He says, yeah, but, we're used to her. So I guess, it don't hit the same. No, that's not okay. Wrong is wrong. Whether this been your friend for a long time and you notice how she is, or whether this is a new friend in your life and you just not getting to meet her. Wrong is wrong. The line should not be moving. And so as Summer is over here losing it, we see Noelle in her room, and she is in there crying, boo-hooing of embarrassment because she just embarrassed herself trying to tell Alex how she feels about him. You don't even know I like you, do you? It was extremely embarrassing, and she drunk, so she got her drunk feelings in. She over there boo-hooing, just straight up boo-hooing. Meanwhile, while all this turmoil is going on upstairs, this is my favorite part. Nick and Shanice are sitting there trading chips and dip. Both of them got some bags of chips. Nick got some dip as well. And I think he had barbecue. She had cheese. She's like, let me try your dip. And she dips it in the cheese. And she's like, She tried his cheese with the dip. And they just trading chips and dip, y'all. They are down there just drunk, eating, having the time of their life with these chips and dip. But eventually they say, okay, well, let's go check on Summer because, let's just go check on Summer. So back to Summer, we see Amir is upstairs now trying to calm her down. He's up there comforting her and everything. And Summer says, like, talking about Jordan, I was just comforting you because you were crying. I was just holding you, comforting you in that bathroom. Jordan's not in the room. She's just expressing her drunk feelings, right? So at this point, Shanice and Nick are also upstairs in the room. Shanice is sitting on the bed next to Amir. Nick is just standing there. I think he was still eating chips. And Summer was in the bathroom changing. Y'all, why did Summer fart? I mean, why did Shanice fart? Shanice sitting on the bed, looked dead in the mirror. They were like, girl, did you just fart? No. And then I think she farted again. So at this point, it kind of breaks the tension. Summer comes out the bathroom. What? Who farted? And she laughs, and it just kind of eases the situation, So now we see Jordan. I think Preston was going up and down the stairs, or maybe somebody said something to Preston. He asked them, I ain't got my ring on. He asked them what's going on, yada, yada, yada. And so he tells Jordan that, Summer doesn't understand what's going on. She said she was just comforting you, yada, yada, yada. So now Jordan is like, see, these moments are being used against me. She's weaponizing my vulnerability. So now she's having another hair meltdown about how, she's losing her hair. Therefore, she's losing her confidence. She's tried to confide in Summer with this. And now she feels like Summer is weaponizing this against her. I see both sides, but we'll get there later. The next morning, some of the people in the house are going to church. Alex, Nick, Shanice, and Jasmine are the ones that make it awake and up for church. So at one point, Alex goes to ask Summer, and I don't know if he really asks Noelle, but he kind of opens up the door and is like, hey, we going to church. Y'all coming? She's like, when we need to be ready? Y'all need to be ready like now. Summer feels away later on because she's like, so he wasn't gonna ask me. I was laying right there asleep. He didn't want to wake me up and ask me if I was going to church. It's like, I mean, Noel is over there like, he don't want to ask me if I was going to church, and it's like, Noel, baby, you was asleep. Summer was awake when he opened the door. He asked, y'all needed to be ready at that moment. Let's not make everything a he's being mean to me party, okay? You put your feelings out there. He did not reciprocate. It's okay. It's over with. She had ended up calling her mom. Did I put that in there? I really thought I put that in there. She had ended up calling her mom while she was crying. And her mom just kind of spoke life into her. Don't let other people's thoughts and feelings of you. Wait a second, y'all. I might have some mixed up notes. But the mama was just speaking life into her, letting her know, don't let people's opinions of and views of you dictate you and how you feel about yourself. And moms always give great advice. It was good for her to hear that from her mom and kind of, come back to her senses basically, because she was losing it. She was in there boo-hooing about this boy not liking her back. Nope, that's last week's. Okay. Okay, I just didn't put it in there, I guess. And so they get to church. Well, they're getting to church. Shanice said, this church is going to burn down when I walk inside. They all laughing. She's still drunk, y'all. So we see that you could tell like they didn't get prior clearance to film in the church, because all of the shots of them are really tight shots and you don't see nobody else in the background. So they had to ask after the church was over, can we film in the church? Let's just get a few little scenes of them. They don't show no pastor, no, it just show them looking up like they looking at somebody in the pulpit. But like I said, it's a real tight shot and you can tell ain't nobody behind them. So I'm like, yeah, they didn't know they was gonna go to church because they did not get prior clearance to be filming in this church. So just a little random stuff that made me giggle. Next we see Summer asks Preston how he thinks that things went. He tells her how Jordan felt, as far as her vulnerability being weaponized against her. Summer is like, well, I didn't even say anything about her hair. I simply said, how could you think I'm against you if I was just there for you? That's all Summer says she was saying. Summer then goes and asks Noelle how it went with Alex. She is so fake. Like, they really need a reunion. Because I need to see how Noelle reacts to seeing Summer's confessional when she was trying to act all big and bad. I don't have to tell you how I talked to somebody or this. I don't have to let you know that. Common sense should be that if I told you that we hung out, that something happened. Like, I can't wait for Noelle to see that. And I would like to see her reaction because Summer fake. Summer is so fake. So she's asking Noelle how it went with Alex. Noelle tells her, she feels rejected and she just, didn't think it would go that way. Now Summer is comforting her. Summer is comforting Noelle for getting rejected from the guy who rejected Summer after they beat. It's just a mess. And in this moment, I need to pay attention and see how old Noelle is. Because if she's over the age of 25, baby, we need to get some counseling. Like, you knew that he slept with your friend and you still want to go talk to him? Even though neither one of them, even though she didn't tell you, because clearly she still had feelings, you still want to talk to this man. Now your friend that slept with him, that he rejected, is coming to you and setting you up to tell you how you feel, tell him how you feel about him and comfort you after you get rejected, like we all knew you would. So Noelle is in her confessional and she is basically telling us how she got to this place. Noelle has basically been searching for love all of her life. Her mom and dad were together, but her dad walked out when she was like 8 months old or something like that. And so he never was really present in her life, and she's missing that father figure. She's been trying to reach out and, not really getting that connection that she wants. So, like I said, we need some counseling, baby. We got to go to counseling. So, next we see they cooking. Bria in there doing a chicken with stuffing. Bria seems like the cook of the house this season, huh? She made them crab legs. She made something else. Now she's doing a chicken with stuffing. And she's still annoyed by the whole Mariah situation. They're asking about, okay, well, why didn't you go to church? Why didn't you go to church? Preston says he don't want to go to church because he don't like church. It's a lot of pomp and circumstance. And for people like him, gay people, it's not very welcoming. So he wasn't trying to go to church. Amir is like, you gotta absorb all of the religions and to be human and da da da. And Preston was like, huh? But what is you talking about? And this cracked me up because it was truly given when Raven-Symoné said she's from all the continents. That's what Amir was giving me in that moment. Like, just say you're not religious, baby. Just say you're not religious. Oh, this is the moment. I was like, I knew I had read about her mama calling. Noelle called her mom. Her mama was like, stop all that crying. Don't let people dictate how you feel. Like I said, her mama really spoke life into her and snapped some sense into her because she was really losing it about this man that is not yours, was not yours, has not even touched you for real, for real. Like I said on Twitter, they're still getting likes from a couple weeks ago. Noelle, this man has not even hugged you good. Like, he ain't even lifted you off the ground, grabbed a little booty cheek, let alone kiss and you are this torn up about it. Y'all only here for 2 weeks. It's okay. It's okay, girls. Y'all not even there for that long. So they go to the beach. They go to the beach. It was just a quick little scene. They just went for a second. Cause then Amir is like, oh, I have to cook the short ribs, and the short ribs gonna take 3.5 hours. And I'm like, boy, why you didn't cook that short ribs before y'all went to the beach? Like, y'all should have cooked everything for dinner before y'all went to go have fun. Cause it seemed like they probably spent an hour at the beach and then went on home. So we see Preston and Amir taking out the trash, and they ask for help. Why Noelle and Summer are the ones to help is beyond me. And as they realize, like, dang, it's a lot of trash. Where is Alex? Alex hiding out. We see Alex meditating. Baby, I stay out of men's business. And taking out the trash when there's a man around, that's men's business. I would have went and found Nick and Alex to help them with the trash because it wouldn't have been me. They finished cooking up their Sunday dinner. Amir did his short ribs, and he also made Philly cheesesteaks, but there was no cheese for the Philly cheesesteaks because he forgot it. And also, to my knowledge, you make Philly cheesesteaks with like shaved steak, right? It looked like he had loose ground meat. So I was just like, sir, at this point, you wasting food. You could have just kept that in the fridge and made some burgers the next day or something because it looked crazy with no cheese and you call it a Philly steak and it ain't no steak. Just crazy. Next we see Summer brings Jordan to the side to talk, and Jordan asks her, why did you bring up that private moment? I feel like that's a violation. Summer says, I feel like you were constantly belittling me. So Summer does end up apologizing. But like I said earlier, I see both sides. On Summer's end, Summer did not tell your business. Summer was merely stating that she is not being mean to you because she was there for you. Why would she be a friend in that moment and not in this moment? why would you constantly be belittling her and, acting like you think less of her if this was just the person whose shoulder you were crying on? I see Summer's side, but as Jordan's side as well, I can see her feeling like, okay, well, I just confided in you, and now, even though you didn't tell all the details, you're gonna go and tell everybody in the house. I feel away. I feel like I can't open up to you no more. I see both sides, but I think on this one, I'm more on Summer's side because it's like I can't be good enough to confide in, but then that's it, and then you go belittling me and trash talking me in every other moment. In that case, go cry to yourself. Go cry to Shanice. Go cry to somebody else. Don't cry to me if you're gonna be mean to me every other minute of the day. So next we see Shanice and Noel being silly. They acting like aliens, talking about their alienism is activating and we see everybody going to bed and random, but I don't understand why Jordan and Summer didn't just get the double room, because every time we see them, they in the same bed. They just get in the bed and just get to their separate ends of the bed. And I'm like, okay, y'all could have just got the double room if y'all was going to be in there. So now one of y'all taking up a room that ain't nobody in, where one of the guys could have been up there instead of being in them bunk beds downstairs. Like, okay. Next day is Bria's day. She's doing Briachella. She got the little tents out there. They dressed real cute. They got a chef. And she even has some alpacas come up. I think it was Nick was like, she saw them alpacas when we was driving in and was like, ooh, I need to get them alpacas. Just real random with them alpacas. Next we see Jasmine on the phone with Silas. She's on the phone with Silas. She's talking about how she missed him. Everybody missed him. And she thinks she's ready to tell the group that she's pregnant. She is getting close to her second trimester, which is the safety zone when people usually tell. And, she just is ready to tell the group. She feels like she needs that support, because I can imagine it being hard. Like I said in the previous video, I can imagine it being hard, wanting that support, not having your spouse there, and nobody knows that you're even pregnant to support you like that. So they're downstairs talking, and Jasmine, who was it telling her? Was it Jordan? I think Jordan was telling Jasmine that she had a pregnancy dream before the trip. That cracked me up. That cracked me up, because Jasmine was just sitting there like, oh, wow. And like I said, Bria got these alpacas out there. She got a popcorn machine, cotton candy machine, got the chef out there. And in true Bria fashion, she got to get mad and upset about everything. They simply ask Bria if Simon is coming, and she gets defensive. She's like, y'all don't ask this person if this person's coming. Y'all don't ask about this person. Yes, y'all don't ask about this. And why y'all got to keep a tab on when Simon's coming? And it's like, girl, they are not keeping a tab on when Simon is coming. If you need their approval, they're just simply making conversation. Like, Bria is insufferable. I can't see how Simon deals with her. I can recall from last season when she had her blow up on Simon. They were both trying to get ready because they were all going out. She asked Simon to watch Milo. Simon simply said, I'm getting ready right now. She flies off the handle talking about he needs to leave. He's being disrespectful. Just all this extraness where it's like, how did we get here? How did we get here, ma'am? So Bria be getting on my nerve. She truly be getting on my nerve. So next we see they go to dinner. Everything done calmed down from Briachella. They done changed out of their fancy clothes, and they just gonna go somewhere real regular to eat. And Alex is checking on Jordan. He's basically like, hey, Jordan, I see that you've been a little different. You've been a little down. You usually, have this loud, and he said aggressive, but in general, you usually have this loud and aggressive presence, and you're usually fussing at everybody. And you've been so quiet and subdued. Like, what's going on? Is everything okay? Jordan, at first, she just kind of, is talking in circles. She's beating around the bush. It doesn't seem like she wants to say anything about what's truly going on with her. But she ends up talking about how she is the rock of her family, and she feels like time is running out and she wants to spend all this time with her dad. Even though her dad isn't sick, she still feels like the clock is running on her because her mom has passed and she, lost out on spending that time with her mom. So she just be stressed about that, stressed about taking care of people. And so then she does talk about her hair. She talks about her alopecia and how her hair is falling out. And she was like, I don't know what's going on and if I'm going to be okay. So basically, Alex tells her, thank you for opening up. I feel like I understand you more now than I did all last year. Now, I didn't necessarily see this as a backhanded compliment. I can see how it can be taken that way. But Jordan was pretty superficial last season. So it wasn't like she, sat down and had real in-depth conversations, because she just kept on being like, oh, I'm tired of you guys sexualizing me. Just because I pose for Playboy, I feel like everybody's always sexualizing me. And it's like, girl, relax. Relax. He said hello. Calm down. So I can see where it could be taken as a backhand compliment. I didn't quite see it that way. And she blows up. She was like, no, you didn't understand me last year because you had my friend effed up, okay? And I was ready to kick your, if we're going to keep it gangster. If we keeping it gangster. Yeah, I was ready to kick your ass last summer. Everybody just sitting here like, what happened? How did we get here, y'all? I know I was. So, with the Shanice situation, as far as him allegedly Googling Shanice and finding out that she has stalked her ex-boyfriend and all this stuff like that. So Jordan then was like, you called me toxic. You called me toxic and you judged me and Shanice before you met us. You judged us before you met us. And Alex is trying to speak up for himself. He's like, to be honest, I ain't even the one that really Googled you from jump. I only knew about that because of Nick. Nick brought it to the group. We discussed it. I brought it to Shanice because I just wanted her to know that people were talking about her. I just wanted to protect her from people talking about her and her not knowing it. You wanted to protect me? How is that protecting me? How is that protect? You traumatized me. You traumatized me. I was just like, we here again. We here again. Apparently, Bria said that, the stalking thing that the boy pressed charges for, it never happened. She did not do that. And actually, he was the one in the wrong because he had posted her nudes. And I'm like, girl, you should have sued, because revenge porn, like, there are laws against that these days. So he posted your nudes. And come to find out, it's still an ongoing thing. Jasmine's trying to be the one to bring the situation down. She's like, well, who talked about it? Who talked about it? They were like, well, first, it was Nick, Alex, and Bria. They had a conversation. And then, to be honest, Jasmine, you're the one that brought it back up. You brought it up at dinner, and it's in the third. Jasmine was just kind of like, oh, it might have been me. Let me just sit back and be quiet. So apparently the case had just ended. The judge sided with her as far as she was not stalking him, but now he's trying to sue her for $20,000. Y'all, I would be suing him for that revenge porn. Actually, you pay me $20,000, okay, for my distress from you lying on me and from you posting my nudes. So yeah, it's just ridiculous at this point. And my thing is like, Shanice not all that. She not all the way there. Shanice not all the way there to me, because I'm like, this situation is very fresh. He posted your news for the world to see, and you still sending out nudes to multiple guys at a time? Because she said that in a previous episode that, like, she sends her favorite guys her favorite nudes. Okay. All right. They take a shot to do-overs and progress and, call it a dinner. As we thought. Now Bria gotta say something. I just have to get something off my chest because I feel like I have been unauthentic about my feelings. Alex is like, ugh. Me too, bruh. Me too. She's stressing me out too. She then reveals that she does not feel comfortable with Mariah coming. This is Jasmine's breaking point. Mind you now, Jasmine was ready to tell the group that she was pregnant. It's just so much happening at this moment that it's clearly not a good time to talk about this. But now Jasmine is pissed. Jasmine, like I said, this is Jasmine's breaking point. She's in her confessional. She said, I think my friends see me just take a lot on the chin and move forward. But and I was not ready for this statement because how we get here? She said, I think my friends, just see me take it on the chin a lot and move forward. And, my mother is a brilliant and resilient 2-time convicted felon. Do not try me in this moment. I said, wait a minute. Can we talk about these felony charges? I got questions. You can't just drop something like that on the people and not have follow-up questions. Production, you're slacking. You should have been in that confessional asking a 2-time felon. So what was her felony charges? Please tell the people. We need to know. So she's pissed. She's just like, I'm being punked right now. I'm clearly being punked right now. And Bria is like, I would never allow somebody to come back in the house that put hands on somebody else. And Jasmine says what we're all thinking. But you're cool with Summer. Mariah simply, get your dog stuff. Here, I've been trying to hand it to you. Get your stuff. She didn't push her for real. She didn't really put hands on. Summer legit bopped you. But you cool with Summer, and Summer is back in the house, and you having these times with Summer, but you can't do this with Mariah. It truly makes no sense. And this is those moments where you see that Bria just wants her way, whatever her way is. It's so frustrating. Amir and Jordan, they're at the bar. They went inside because they're having dinner outside. Amir and Jordan go inside to the bar to order shots. And I think they order shots for the table. The bartender asks, you want me to bring them out to you? You guys can go back to the table and we can bring them out to you. Amir looks at Jordan. He says, no, we're cool. We're cool right here. Jordan was like, yeah, we can just sit here in the air. Yeah. Amir's like, yeah, away from the craziness because they're doing too much. So it always gets to a point of just arguing. And you can tell it gives real world. It gives real world with closer degrees, not as many degrees of separation, because these people know each other, but they do not like each other. And they fight anytime there is a fight to halfway be had. If a conversation can be had over it, they're going to fight over it. And it's just ridiculous. So Jasmine is like, I came here not knowing where I stood with anybody except for, I think she said, Nick and Bria. And she needs support. She's been isolated. Basically, she needs Mariah there to be her strong person for her to lean on. I just need fun. I'm going through a lot right now, is what Jasmine says. And I'm just like, ooh. Send Bria home. If we send Bria home, we won't have half the problems that we have. I swear. There will not be a fight every day if we just send Bria home. Can she not come back next season? Like, I get it. People want drama because it's TV, it's reality, it's, you know, the ensemble cast. We need a little bit of something going on. But Bria brings so much unnecessary beef and strife to this group. She truly should not be asked back. Like, she don't even seem like she all that fun. And if she is, it seems like she's fun 10% of the time, and the other 90% of the time she's a raging. She's just a raging AB, and I can't see how they deal with it. But that is how that episode ends, y'all. I'm hoping in the next episode that Jasmine just kind of go ahead and, you know, spills the beans on the fact that she's pregnant and she's emotional. And yeah, Mariah is coming to be my rock because ain't nobody being there for me. I've been feeling isolated. Y'all been picking fights with me, and I don't understand why. I'm trying to make up with people. It ain't working. So Mariah's gonna come to be there for me, and y'all just gonna have to deal. I hope that's how it go. We're gonna see how Bria take it. Hopefully she just pack up and leave. Like Preston said, the next time Bria walks out, she just needs to walk back to New York or Germany. She just need to go somewhere because we tired of it. We're all tired of it. So make sure y'all like, thumbs up the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.